Hello YouTube. So driving home from work. I'm working for FedEx. Crazy hours, man. Crazy hours. But yeah, I was working from home, but that working from home job, it's just not good on your health. So at least this gets me out, gets me some exercise, stuff like that. But anyway, I had made some videos last weekend because Willis broke his rear end already. He broke that posi track rear end, and his posi track rear end has the spiral gears and then the two gears on the side. It broke one of the gears on the side and the posi unit itself. I don't know what posi unit that is. He says it's an Eaton. I don't know. But anyway, so there's a Series 2 in those F-body cars. There's a Series 2 carrier and a Series 3 carrier. And I'll post how you tell the difference here. The way you tell the difference is you look in your glove box, and the second column, second row, there's usually a GU 23, whatever. I don't know. But that, and you look that up on the internet. I'll post a picture right here that'll tell you which one each means. Right. But yeah, a 308, I believe, and down is a Series 2 carrier. If it came factory with a 308 gear and down, it's a Series 2 carrier. If it came factory with a 323 and up, higher number, numerical, 308 and down, 308, 273, that's a Series 2, 323, 342, you know, on up numerically, is a Series 3 carrier. So, and the reason I say that is because you can't switch them out. There's a difference between how far they sit in and out or something. I don't know exactly, but I just know you can't switch them out. Well, luckily, the one that he took out of the car, the rear end he put in the car with the posi track, Eaton or whatever, had a 342. It was a manual car. And then the 93 was an automatic, but apparently his automatic had a 323 in it. So they were both Series 3 carriers. So we just took the ring and pinion off we took the ring gear off the Eaton posi that broke, and we took his differential out, put the ring gear on that, and we used the same exact spacers that were with the Eaton posi, and we put his in there, and we checked it, and they come out perfect on the wear pattern. And again, I had videos of that, but I got my phone wet. It rained that day. I got my phone wet, and my phone just quit working. I lost all those videos, so I'm getting y'all caught up. But anyway, and it's quiet. It runs good and everything. And then Willis went to another bracket race. Again, I'm without a phone at this point. And his second bracket race, he won. I'll toss a picture in right here. And the Camaro. So that's awesome. And then I did new rotors, drilled and slotted front and back, and new pads on my car. And somehow, some way, which my pads weren't even bad. I went ahead and changed them anyway because I had it all apart. The rotors looked pretty rough. Some were cracked in some spots and this, that, and the other. But it made my brakes way better. And I had a video of that, and I lost it because I got my phone wet. It's been raining a lot here lately. But anyway, today we're going to go to the drag strip. Y'all know when I won that cruise race through the gorge, it would only run like a 10-11. That's fast to go. And this car's been 9.6 in the quarter with actually a slower 1/8 mile. My car's ran a 609 in the 8th. It was better weather the day it ran the 609, but it ran a 609 in the 8th, and it blew the boost pipe off before the end of the 8th. And then got all that fixed and went back on a day when the weather wasn't as good, and it ran a 610. But then I put that cold air intake on there, and I put that screen on there for that gorge race, and that slowed it down about a half second. So I think in the 8th it only ran like a 6.4. So I took the screen off, so we're going to go back today and see if the screen is what's slowing it down, or if the cold air intake is slowing it down, or if there's just something wrong with the motor. We're going to took the screen off, see how fast it goes. If it picks up back where it left off, we're going to shoot for a 5. And then if that don't work, we're going to take that cold air intake thing completely off there and see if it'll run a low 6 in the 8th. If it does, great. We're going to shoot for a 5. And then if neither one of those fixes, there's something wrong, so we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, see y'all at Kentucky Dragway. I'm going to head home real quick. Got about 38 minutes before the track opens for test and tune. About another 20-minute drive. Got to check the fluids and the air pressure in the tires. And yeah, see y'all at the track. See if we can't get a 5 today. 5s are bust. Woo woo. All right, fluids all checked, tire pressure all checked. Here we are, Kentucky Dragway. Let's see what this Tesla runs, just for craps and giggles. It's going around the water. I'm gonna guess 11.2. They got the windows down, don't it? Looks like it. Doesn't look like they know how to stage it. I'm trying to keep from shaking the camera. I'm way up here on the hill. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. They'll get her figured out. Should have the windows up though. Stand by. Alright, here we go. They're finally staging. $7:43. That's mid-11, I think. Yep, mid-11. 11:55. Alright, so I added just a little bit of fuel back since that last run, since the screen's out. If it's going to flow more air, it's going to want some more fuel. But let's go make an 1/8 mile hit and see what it does. I ain't got nobody to record for me, so just be time slips for now. Hopefully Willis will be here later and he'll record a pass. Hopefully we can get it in the 5s. But yeah, if it only runs like a 6.4, 6.3, we're going to take that cold air intake off and see if it'll pick back up. But yeah, we got it on full boost, and we got the gate pressure set to 16. Might up that later, might up the RPM later. We got to get the 1.360 foots back that we had with the GT45 turbo. Well, it spun really bad, and I went to second gear and it blew the boost pipe off. We're gonna have to go try to fix that. Look at that, that looks promising. It spun bad and still 142.60 foot. And then it went to second and poof, blew off the boost pipe. It only made about 6 pounds of boost on the brake, and then we'll go out here a little bit. And it shot up to 24, I'd say. Oh, it made 20, almost. It made 26, and then poof, nothing. So how far did we make it into the run? Let's see, 106.77. When did the boost pipe come off? We'll say it came off right there. So 2.2 seconds is when it come off, but it spun bad. I can't believe it's 60 like that spinning. So you watch the RPM. Here we're on the trans brake, and then it just starts spinning. See, you can see where it hooked. Here, we'll play it. We'll play it halftime. But you'll see when it starts spinning, the RPM will go through the roof. Watch. Spin, right? you can see where it spins. But yeah, I switched to second and the boost pop just come right off. It was wheel hopping and everything. Maybe the track could come around. I don't know. Let's see if we can fix this boost pop. Oh yeah, we're still too fat. So we're gonna lean it back out a little bit more. That was when it was at 26 pounds of boost. Still too fat. Seemed like it felt really good, but it just spun, blew the boost pop off. We're gonna lean it back out and try to fix the boost pop. We had problems with it blowing it off this side. We never had problems with it blowing off this side before, but it blew it right off at the intake. That'd be an easy fix anyway. I don't think it blew it off anywhere else. It's hard to see down in there though. We'll put it back up there and try again. You know, a long time ago I did have problems with that T-bolt clamp. It doesn't fit like it should, so I had to put some spacers in there so it tightened all the way up. The bolt was coming to the end of the threads and it kept popping off. I remembered when I loosened it up and saw them spacers in there so it would tighten all the way up. I remembered I had problems with that before. I rechecked the tire pressure. It stayed at 16. Usually this thing gained 2 pounds of tire pressure. That's where it was when we left the house, 16 pounds. Usually during the burnout it'll gain 1 or 2 pounds of tire pressure. We're gonna leave it at 16 though, because the track's a little slick. I think it would have won 30-60 there if the track would have took it, because it spun. It shook the tire hard. And then, yeah, boom, went the boost pop. I knew what it was as soon as it did it. Just sprayed the track. Let's get up there. That pretty Corvette. That's all kinds of pretty. That Corvette pulled the wheels off the ground. It's a stick shift car. I didn't expect that. It looked stock. Sounded kind of stock. Doggy, it hooked that time. It carried the wheels. Unfortunately, guess what happened? Take a wild guess. The boost pop come off again. I got some more clamps at the house. Let's go see if we can't. See if that's where it come off again. See if we can't find a, because I got that clamp tied. See if we can't find another clamp. It's definitely making more power now. I forgot to record that one to see what the FR was. I think we're closer to 11. I think we're in the 11s. I don't think we're at 11.5 yet, but it's definitely making more boost because we didn't have no problem. Or it's flowing more air. It's still making. Actually, it's making 2 more pounds of boost. During that one race, it only made 24. It's making 26 now, but it's definitely flowing more air now because during the Red River Gorge race, we didn't have no problem with the boost pops coming off. Look at that. We got our 60 foot back. Woot woot. The 60 foot is back where it's supposed to be. Yes. Yes, yes. Because it was 142 a while ago. Now we just need to keep the boost pop from popping off and we'll run. I bet we'll run a 5 cutting them 60 foots. Yeah, that was awesome. Man, it launched hard. It carried the wheels. I wish I had a video of that. It come off on the same spot. Unfortunately, this time, the T-bolt clamp, whatever you call them things, went with it. So we're definitely going to have to hope we got another one. We're SOL. Let's head to the house. Oh, I just noticed we're going to have to put some more air in the tire. Look, it's waddling that tire. It's waddled it. See them straps on it? That's waddling it. We had an extra from where we ran that cold air intake. That should fit. Yeah, there we go. It's got threads showing. It's tight, tight, tight. Well, that shouldn't come off anymore. Shouldn't come off there. Let's check and make sure the rest of them are tight. Then we gotta go put air in the tires. We'll try her again. Well, that one's loose. Yeah, definitely want to go through these. We didn't foul out any plugs because driving back over here, this thing was fat, cruising back over here where it didn't have no air blowing through there. And hopefully no part of that other T-band went in the engine. I don't think it did, but it's too big. Yeah, too big. Yeah, too big to fit through there. Hopefully. Willis is here. I loaded a new tune in his car. I put the rears at 18. I put the fronts at 30, thinking that the longer it's in the beams to roll out, they give it a better 60 foot. And then we're also going to loosen up the rebound a couple of clicks. See what that does and see if Willis can run a personal best today. As fast as it's a 1256. Let's go and race this Mustang with a parachute on it. Uh-oh. One for us, but I should have got more gas. It lost the boost pop right as I crossed the line. 589 at 113. We lost some 60 for some reason. We lost some 60. Why did we lose some 60? Might have been that extra tire pressure. I don't know, but man, it felt like it was packing the wheels all the way down the track. The weird thing about it is Chris ran a 590 something in a small block Chevy when it was a small block Chevy. But I think he trapped way more than that. He trapped like 117. Yeah, that's the new best 8th mile for me and Chris. See where we lost this boost pop at this time. For that, we do that. Let's let me show y'all the RPM drop on the shifts. This is terrible. All right, we're on the trans brake there, 3,400, making about 6-7 pounds of boost, and then off we go. It shifted. Dropped about 200. Shifted. I don't even think it dropped 100 there. Yeah, I'm getting like 1 to 200 RPM drop on the shifts. That's crazy. And look, the intake air temps. Wow, they got ridiculously high. Where was it at the end of the run? Wait, stop. Stop, you're going too fast. Well, it's not going to read there because we lost the boost pop. Let's see, let's go back here where we still had a boost pop. Huh, the intake air temps aren't reading at all. It must have broke the sensor. Well, at least it didn't try to pull no timing. Oh, I thought I saw it. Look, during the run, the intake air temps weren't reading. But after the run, they read like 300. We must have broke the wire or something, or put a short in at one. We got to fix that. Well, I know why the mile per hour was down. We lost the boost pop. We lost it probably, I'll say 50, 60 foot before the line, but when it does that, it like, I know it's only a 355, 350 gear, whatever, I can't remember, but it like, it pushes you forward. I mean, where it slows the car down so much. But yeah, I think that's about all it's got in it. It's a 5.8, but still, I'm very happy. And we were about out of gas, which they got gas here, but we're gonna have to, I'm gonna see where it come off at. It had to come off somewhere different. Hopefully it's on the side, the intake side of the intercooler, and then we'll use some hairspray, I guess. I don't know. Willis just ran another 1240. He ran a 1245 this time. That one was about as tight as I could get it, and it still popped off, and now it's gone. So that's it. We're out of gas anyway. And that was the last one I had. I don't know why the intake air temp sensor ain't. Look at that. Oh, that's why. It rubbed on the belt. I guess when it blew it out, it pulled my wiring out, and then got on the belt, and boom. So we'll have to fix that. Put that back here for now. Got that 5 just in time though. Yes sir. That'll be an easy fix. Yeah. It just, when it blew this out, it blows it way up here, and it kept, I had it tucked back in there, and it kept coming forward and forward. Every time it blew off, that's the 3rd time. We're gonna have to hairspray that. We're gonna have to hairspray it. It's got a notch on it. Maybe we'll have someone weld a bead on here or something. We gotta figure something out. Yes sir, I'm happy. Chris, I went faster than your 5. You gotta get that fixed. Beat me. But yeah, Willis, 2nd time ever racing this in a bracket race. He won. My phone got wet, didn't have a phone. I recorded all that. Us fixing his rear end, me doing the brakes on this. The phone got wet, and that was the end of that. But he's going to do a race. You doing the race? He's doing the trophy race, so we'll record him. And yeah, we're out of gas. Plus that we'll have to fix that wire. I don't know. You gonna win again?
Yeah.
How's Camaro running?
Hey, except for that idling issue,
It's searching idle for some. It's trying to find idle for some reason. Mine does that, but it's in the tune. I just ain't fixed it yet. But yours ain't never done that before till today. I suspect them injectors, because sometimes it floods out and it don't want to start. But yeah, he got some injectors from Austin, so hopefully we'll get that fixed. But let's watch them. We're out of gas. We got to fix that wire. I've said that 10 times, ain't it? We got our 5. So stoked about that. Okay, eBay boost screen, great for driving around, keeping stuff out of your turbo. Terrible at the track. It was definitely the screen that slowed me down a half a second. Actually, more than that. Because when we ran that 960, what was the fastest we ran with that screen in there at 1010? We ran a 960, and that was just with a 610 H-mile. So take over 2/10 off that, we would have been in the 9.4s in a quarter. At least the 9.4, 9.3, 9.4, which is what 9.3, 9.4 is what I expect that car to run in a quarter. But it might even go faster once we get the right converter in it. That converter is way too loose. So over here BSing with Adam and missed Willis's first pass, but he won. So let's get over here, and I think there's only like 6 cars. See if he can get another win. And it's a trophy class, quarter mile. I lost my last T-bolt clamp or whatever they're called, and Adam give me a couple more so we can bracket race tomorrow on low boost. Because I thought I was gonna have to missed another race in there. There's 6 cars. I thought he's already in the finals, so we're gonna get the finals here. So he getting picture taken either way. This is his 3rd time bracket racing that. 2nd time he won. This is the 3rd time bracket racing. It ain't acting right. It's surging real bad at idle for some reason. I'll try to figure it out, but apparently it's still running the number at wide open throttle. So yeah, we'll see. What? Yeah. There you go, guys. Running 12.4s and 2000 DA, and third time bracket racing that thing, and 2-time winner. Won 2 times. First place out of 3 times bracket racing that thing. Woo woo. It's revving her up coming up the return road. Look at him. 3 races, 2 winners. Willis, the man.
41.
Oh no, you ran dead on.
He said I run dead
With
on.
a 0.
With a 0, that's what he said.
I thought you dialed in at 1242. Dead on with a 0. 0.027 package. That was pretty much a heads-up race.
It was, yeah. He dialed in a 42, and I was going to dial in a 42. Then I seen he dialed a 42, so I dialed in a 41.
Shoot, yeah, man, that's awesome.
So what was the
027 reaction
140? Huh?
to his 142. He
Okay,
killed
I'm
him
over
on
here.
the tree.
At 170. Oh, that's the fastest. 173 is the fastest.
60.
And
The trap's going to go down when you're 60 better. Don't ask me how that works. 785 in the 8.
What was my other ones?
I can't remember.
I think it's better than this. No, I don't think I've ever had a 785. But here's 789. 789. So I was faster.
Yeah, the weather's getting really good, dude.
So say around 785, a 170 to a 173 or 172.9, 027 light to 029 light.
Give it another hour, you might get 12 threes.
I ain't gonna run it no more than that.
Willis, the champion. Yeah.
What's
We got her home. It's low on gas. It was like, the gas end on this thing ain't right. So below a quarter of a tank, it starts to run out. Now there's a surge tank in the trunk if you guys keep up with the channel. So that has a little bit in it. But yeah, once you get about right there, it runs out. Now, if you fill it all the way up, it pegs the hand way past full. Way past full. I'm pretty sharp. I probably should fix that. But that would involve taking the sending unit out and readjusting it. Putting it back in, make sure it's right, readjust it. And then you either got to have a full tank of gas or an empty tank of gas to really get it right. But I fixed my intake air temp wire. I put that on there. It's a little too big. I'm going to have to order some more, but at least that'll get us by with bracket racing. And my catch can hose kept coming off. I'm sure it was building a little pressure in there. It wasn't building too much because the dipstick didn't come out. It's just wore out. So I put some zip ties on that, or a zip tie. It shouldn't come off now. Them zip ties work good for clamps. Kid you not. So I was worried that these 290s for our intake air, cold air intake, was the problem. And Chris told me this was going to be a problem. He said he saw on YouTube channels that this really killed power. You know, I really didn't think it would, because Willis put a rag on his that you could blow through really good on his LS swap, and it killed the crap out of his. But this, you couldn't see through the rag. You can see through this almost plain as day. So I didn't think this was going to be a problem. It was a problem. This slowed the car down over a half a second. You believe that? It's good to have these on here while you're driving around, especially you got that way down there, because the rock bounces in there and sucks that in there. You're going to have a lot of damage. Yeah, that rock could go through the motor and it'll tear your turbo up, number one. Number two, it could go through the engine and do a lot of damage to the engine. So I'm gonna Driving around, I will put this back on, but racing, I ain't gonna have nothing on it. Maybe I'll get a screen, like a, that you'd make a chicken coop out of, you know, just so nothing large can get in there. They won't restrict flow. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, if we're gonna drive it, we'll put this on there. We'll just take it off before we race. Yep. Yes. Ran a new personal best that blew the boost pop off. And the 60 wasn't as good as when it blew the... We had a 132 60 foot tonight, which was 0.06 slower. So, yeah, that would have been at least a 583. And then if the boost popped, it should have trapped 115 to 117 going that fast. It's just where that boost pop come off right before the 8th, it just killed the mile per hour, because it's like, whoa, poof, and it throws you forward and slows it down a lot. I know in the video it sounds like it didn't come off until after the 8th if you look real close, but that's the speed of sound for you. You watch people drag race and you're sitting at the line, it sounds like they're still going past the 8th or past the quarter mile. They're not. It's just the speed of sound. It just sounds like that. They've let off. It just takes a while for the sound to get to you. It's just the speed of sound. It's kind of slow compared to, you know, other things. But yeah, cold air intake good. Screen, eBay screen bad. And Willis is nailing it with that 5.3 swap. And yeah, oh yeah, on mine, if I tighten up the converter, it's probably got a little bit more in it. This car should run low 9s and a quarter. Probably going to have to, for running quarter mile, we're probably going to have to get an air to air or meth injection. It just gets too hot, even with the cold air intake and the bigger intercooler. Now I don't know, like on a night tonight it was like 70 degrees. The VA was like lower than 2,000. I think it got as low. It was 2,000 when I made that 589 run. It was 2,000. But yeah, intercool, that might work if the temperatures, I don't know. I wish I could have seen an 8th mile intake air temps, but I'm pretty sure that broke on the very first time it popped off, because I got it real tight so it doesn't come down to the belt. See how tight I got it looped around there? I do that on purpose so it doesn't get into my power steering pump. Yeah, anyway, I'm sure the first time that popped off, because when it pops off it goes pretty sure it broke it the first time. But anyway, the main thing is the converter is way too loose. 1 to 200 RPM drops on the shifts. I mean, at a minimum, you want to see at least 500 from what I gathered. So that should speed it up some too. Tighten the converter, get the intake air temps in check, which the intake air temps may be in check with cooler temps. That might work. If not, I don't know. We'll get the converter tightened up. We'll go over on a fall day and see, run a quarter and see what the intake air temps are. See what that does. And then Willis's needs a looser converter. And his will run 11s. There ain't no question about it. His definitely with a looser converter, because he's getting like 1,500, 1,700 RPM drop on the shifts. So if he loosens up that converter, I bet it'll gain 4 or 5 tenths, honestly. But yeah, and he won the bracket race. I was talking to Adam and I missed 2 of his passes. But yeah, we got the final. Woot woot. Willis won the trophy race, run a personal best, and I run a personal best. It was a great day, even though I fought with that boost popping off the throttle body. I'm gonna see if I can't get someone to weld a bead around. It's got a little ledge on it. It's just not enough. I'm gonna have somebody weld a bead around that throttle body. That'll fix that. yeah, tomorrow. Which I'll probably post this tomorrow. But yeah, gonna go bracket racing, put it on low boost, bracket race, see if we can't get us a one of them stickers right there. Woo woo. Y'all, thanks for watching. Have a great day.